Beautiful day.
Hey.
Beautiful day.
You know what? How long's it been? It's been weeks and weeks and weeks. It's been raining here in Wales.
Floods, terrible
Right
floods.
moment, weren't she? Huh? Always.
And I've got you here today, or we've decided to do this, because a lot of people said that they'd like to see a few more tip videos like we used to do.
Yeah.
So I guess this is a kind of tip video.
We do lots of them on the subscription site.
Yes, but this is for the main page.
So, guys, now today's video, I believe, is one of the most important videos, tip videos, I think I've ever done. I really do, other than obviously the one-range stuff is a really important one. But this video today, I think, is going to hopefully educate people into why a lot of the problems we have with horses, where a lot of it comes from. Certainly, Tanya, how many? I would say a massive percentage of horses that we go and help have this particular problem that I'm going to talk about now.
Oh, and don't forget that saying. That saying you use.
Yes, guys, there's a saying. It's very relevant to horse training, I think, and I've lived this, so I really believe in this saying, that often with horses, the last thing you find out about horses, especially in the way of training them, the last things we find out are the things that we needed to know right at the beginning. And I wish I'd have known a lot more stuff than I do now. Back then, it would have really helped me, but a lifetime's not long enough to learn on your own. You have to feed from other people. The last little nuggets, golden nuggets, we could have done with knowing them early on. So I think this day and age now, there's more out there to learn these things, isn't there? Do you think so?
Oh, absolutely.
There's a lot more, it's a lot easier, I think, now to learn. Hello, mate. Well, this is Rolex.
Oh, he's so stunning, isn't he? He's beautiful. Very handsome.
He's got muddy legs because I just rode him for the third time since I had him back. I sold him going back 5+ years. So there's a couple of little clips here of me riding him earlier on the day I did this video. There will be a video we're going to make about me fetching him back and how he come back in my life. So yeah, enjoy these little clips. And this little session that I did today was the first ride in years I'd had on him in an arena. I've rode him twice since he come back. We've had him back a week. I've rode him on 2 little rides out, and this is the first little tryout of how he feels. And he was great. But this video today, let's get going on it. It is important. Right, first of all, I'm going to show you some clips now, some little clips. Only a few of the clips that I got that I could show you this particular problem. I want to see whether you can figure out what the common denominator with these clips are. I'll put them on now. I'm going to go on the other side now and just check, right? So, look, you see how it's arranged?
Yes,
look,
yeah.
Keep me out of it. This is just something you might not have noticed. Yeah, well, I'm telling you, it's now. Okay, so look what he's just told me. So you being aware of that is going to help you more than anything else. This side, he said again, no, I'm going to force the issue. No, he's really worried.
Oh, did he stand on your foot?
No, he didn't stand on my foot.
I said, Dad, this would be a really easy one.
Deep forward cue. Now, what eye has he put me in, guys? You see? Right? But if we're not taught these things, not shown these things, we wouldn't even think about it, would we? This wouldn't be a factor, but... Now, as you can see from those clips, a lot of horses I go to have got this particular problem. The problem was, and I'm sure most of you would have sussed that out. Click your fingers, Tan, get his ears forward. Click. Yeah! It looks lovely.
Well, I dumped down then, but never mind.
Yeah, so many horses I go to have got, there you go. What
Is that Rolex?
kiddo? What you looking at, mate? What you looking at? So yeah, this problem of horses, I'm sure you figured it out now, it's horses being very uncomfortable when the energy level comes up, when there's any worry, very uncomfortable with humans being this side of those horses. And there's so many, and I know there's people who say, well, my horse is all right, my horse is balanced, and of course there's the exceptions. Of course, as horses get older, they figure it out more, but certainly it's a massive issue that people aren't aware of, that horses see us as a threat, this side, but not that side. Now, why would that be, and how can we improve it? How can we get a horse more balanced? There's nothing more safer than a balanced horse. A lot of horses aren't balanced. So I'll demonstrate in this video how you can how certainly you can check your horse for a start that you've got a balance problem, what can be done about it, and it's a real important video. It's took me a long time to put these thoughts together to be able to put it on this video for you. And as you can see, I'm standing on the left hand side. He is pretty balanced, to be honest. He's had a lot of things done both sides. So I'll get straight into showing first of all how the problem is caused. How the problem is caused being not balanced with eye. But basically, a horse can see all the way around it, as a lot of people know, or there's a couple of little blind spots, but usually a horse will shape itself very slightly. So some would say, no, there's not really a blind spot because a horse will move to counteract the blind spot. So horses, if you look now, horses have got eyes in the side, at the side of their heads, okay? So that's what's called a prey animal. They're at the side of the head there. Doesn't he look pretty when he starts looking at that? Horse on the side of the head. What have you done?
Took a photo.
Oh. So horses have got eyes on, all prey animals have got eyes on the side of the head. That's so he can see down that way, what any prey, any tigers, anything that was going to potentially eat him, he can see with this eye down there and this eye down there. Now, because they're not interlinked, the two eyes, in the sense of ours, if I show you quickly the difference, what will you notice about the pictures I'm going to show you very quickly now, because I think there's a good way of explaining this.
Flying with a supernatural vigilance.
And yes, ours are exactly the same. So we are the killers. We are we eat.
We're the predators.
We're the predators, right? Okay. So what's important to a prey animal is that this eye can see what this side and what could potentially the threat level with this eye. He needs to know the threat level down here from this eye. He has to calculate that, but also at the same time they have the ability from this eye to work out what the threat level is that way. So these work independently. They're an independent, like I say, I won't get too much into the science of it. They are independently working in the brain. So that's why you could maybe go for a hack, a trail ride down a road. It's happened to me so much, and I'm sure people here will resonate with it. You go for a hack, and then there's some rubbish bags or something on the left, and you go past it, and that's not too bad. Yeah, a little bit snorted, and goes past it. Turn around, and it's it's like a whole new adventure when you turn around, and that bag or rubbish is out of this eye. So that they actually contemplate things differently. An experience out of this eye will have a different meaning than an experience out of this eye. And it's really, really technical, but that's all to do with survival, guys. The threat level from this side out of there, the threat level there. So you've got the best way, what I found, certainly in the last 10 years, I think of every day
excuse the pun,
that I have 2 horses. Even though I've got Rolex here, he is 2 horses to me. There's Rolex, I'll start this side. There's Rolex 1. This is Rolex 1, okay? Because I'm on the left-hand side. The right-hand side of Rolex is Rolex 2. So I always consider I have 2. They're like twins. And all twins, okay, they might look the same, Tanya, but they're not. You know, they do things differently. Some are complete opposites, twins. So that's what I do, guys, and that's what has really helped me. I consider I have 2 horses within the one. So if you think about it, we are the fact that we're the predator, our eyes zoom in for the kill. They look for us, right? To think that really, that they let us be around them. I mean, horses are more domesticated these days than they used to be, and a wild horse, you know? So it would be a little bit harder, but they are domesticated. They kind of, it still shocks me how they'll let us do stuff with them. They'll even let us put that saddle there, that's a dead hide of an animal right there. They let us put a dead hide on them, and they let us crawl up there like, I don't know, like a bear or whatever. They let us crawl up there and ride them. So I think it's amazing what they do, what they allow us to do, and we should never try so hard not to break the trust that we get from an animal like this. Really important, because sometimes you break that trust and it's so difficult to get back.
Okay, so which eye is the eye that they prefer you in the most?
Right, I think again most people will know that naturally.
I'm asking the question because there are people out there will not.
It is the left eye. Right?
Yeah.
I'm standing on the right side here, which usually it's not as pleasant for a horse to see a human in because of what I'm going to show you now. So the left eye here is the one that horses are usually better with us being. And I'm going to show you a few clips now to add up all the reasons and show you, or most of the reasons, there's even more, of why a horse starts to favour us in the left eye. First of all, hello Rolex. Hello mate, how you doing? Shall we put your halter on? So I've caught you now, haven't I? I've caught you. Can I have your attention? Thank you. So that's the halter on. Right. Thank you, mate. Got you caught. Got your halter on.
Can I just ask a question here, because I do get asked a lot. Okay, why do you? A lot of people say to me, "Why do you use a rope halter? You find them more responsive with the rope halter?"
I don't want to get into that with this video, Tanya, but
no, just briefly.
Look, you know, that's how I was trained with these halters. They are extremely strong. They won't break. These will not.
Which is
break.
why you will never leave one on.
You never leave one on in the field.
No.
And you've got to be careful tying solids with one of these.
Yeah.
But I find, you know, like if I ask him here to flex nice and light, he's been halter broke in a way to give to everything. I find they're better, a little bit better than the thick web ones. But you can be okay.
And shall we say what happened the other day? You're going to put a few little clips in of you out with Charlotte.
What about?
You loaded up, got everything, got the horses out, and what did you forget?
The bride.
It's a bridle. So you rode in that?
Yeah. Yes, good point. I
Yeah.
was thinking, where's this going?
Yeah, there you
So
go,
yeah,
see?
guys, in my first ride on having Rolex back.
You forgot the
in my life,
bridle.
We got everything ready and we went up the mountain and I hadn't got the bridle. It happens. But because his foundation is in the halter, that's how he was, halter broke, that's how he was ridden for the first few rides.
You did start him, by the way, didn't you? You started him.
So, yeah, and he even, you know, he even gives this lightness like that in the halter. It all helps, I think. I think you've got to remember not to tie them solid with them, because you will hurt the horse. But they're great, yes. Now, so I've caught my horse with a right-handed halter. That's what we do. I approached him, I put the halter on this side. Now, which side do I lead it? Which side do 99% of us lead a horse? We lead them on the left-hand side. So that's how most of us will lead our horse, on the left-hand side. Okay? Right. So already the approach was the left-hand side, putting the halter on was the left-hand side, leading left-hand side. Now a rug, we take the rug off this side. Okay? There's the rug Mel got us. Mel, thank you for that rug.
It was brand new
Beautiful
yesterday. It doesn't look so new today, does it?
But Mel, you can ride this fella come the summer. I'll make sure you enjoy a few rides on him. Right, so rug off this side, rug on this side, tacking, putting a saddle pad on this side, saddle this side, doing it up this side. Which side do we get on? We get on.
Let's have a think about that. This
We
side.
get on this side. We side up, I'll side him up here. Right, we side them up.
Oh boy.
This side. We get on, we get off. Everything is based on the left-hand side of a horse, okay? Now, you can stay there actually. So far, everything I've done has been on the left-hand side. Everything I've showed you. So when we talk to friends, 9 times out of 10, and I've witnessed this, I've watched this so often, we talk to people, we stand this side.
And what was it that Dan said about the feet?
Yeah, the other day I talked to Dan about this video, and he sees, now Dan's aware of all this eye differences. He mentioned that even farriers, they tie the horse up, the first foot is usually the front left. So it even carries that. Even hand feeding, which, I won't talk about that, but people, tip bitting, it's usually this side. It's just, the whole, I think you're getting my gist now, guys. This is the kind of thing that...
I thought of something maybe people do the other
Yeah.
side. Groom.
Well,
Because
yes.
you've got to do both, haven't you?
Groom. So, this is what causes an imbalanced horse. The most balanced horses I've come across, believe it or not, is the cowboy horses. When I lived in America, that's what I did notice. They tend to lead horses behind, and whichever side they rope, they get on and off.
Okay, so what side effects would there be, by not
Not having a
balanced?
balanced horse.
Yeah.
Well, severely.
Well, we have seen it quite a lot,
Yeah,
haven't we?
severely imbalanced ones, which some of the clips are here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did do a little list. I mean, obviously, we tend to forget a lot of spookiness is caused by this problem with the eyes. People don't connect the dots, and when I connect the dots for people, they go, "Oh my life, I never," So a lot of this spookiness comes from this imbalance, especially severely imbalanced ones. Edginess, there's an edginess to horses that are constantly not wanting us that side. There's an edginess there to it, like they tight, their muscular frame tightens. I see that a lot. Bucking, you wouldn't even think. Why would it cause bucking? So many horses buck, and a lot of trainers that I speak to about it that have bucked them off and been real problems. A lot of it is from the fact that a horse is not used to seeing you above it out of this eye. So usually a horse will buck when it's turned to the right. It's because they turn to the right, you're not supposed to be in that eye, and then they run from it and then they buck and get scared. So that is a lot of problem with the bucking, is when a horse runs from you, really, because it sees you out of that eye. Because I've been on horses in the past where I've backed them and I can flex them to the left, lovely, flex them to the right, and they go tight and then they start to go off. And I wish I'd have connected the dots earlier. I might have saved a bruise or two in years gone by. So a lot of dangerous behaviour can stem from this imbalance, seeing you differently in this eye than the left eye. So there's a whole bunch of, there's just some of them. An imbalanced eye makes for a lot more unsafe horse, and it's so important. Right, so this is the first part of improving this balance issue. Right, first part.
So that's the halter,
So that's
the normal
the halter,
way.
normal one. And remember, Tanya has got these. These are great halters. If you look on Shopify, you've got these.
Yeah.
And our spliced ropes.
Yeah.
And that's a forgotten art, that splicing. We have them spliced and they're just the right size. They're not 12 foot, that's too long for me. Right, so there's a normal halter.
Yep.
And you will do this for people. If you do want one like this, guys, we can just do what I'm going to show you now.
Or they can, it's so easy to do.
It is easy to do. Right, so, okay, I'll set that down. So there's a halter.
Yep.
Normal halter, guys, there it is.
Yeah.
All you do,
Is push that through.
from the front nose bit, take that through.
Yeah.
That is now
Yeah.
a halter to
Yeah.
do up on the right hand side. Now where it twists through there,
Yeah.
see that, Tan?
Yeah.
What I do with mine, where it's gone through there,
Just put a bit of
I
tape.
put a bit of tape at the bottom there,
That's it.
right? A little bit of tape or a little bit of wire around like that.
Or a little tie wrap.
Or a little tie wrap, I've used those.
Yeah.
That's as easy it is. And then it is a right-handed halter. So once you've done that, that's the start of it, right? You've got that as a right-handed halter. Next step is, because it's right-handed, you are now kind of forced to go and catch your horse on the right-hand side. I'll take that halter off and show you. So remember...
Oh, you might run off if you take it off.
Remember, there's only one way this halter's coming off. Come here, Bob.
Yeah.
Right? As with the bridle and everything, there's only one way he will ever lose that halter, and that's when he gives nice like that. So, there. So I now, because I've got my right-handed halter,
Yeah.
I would now, and you will feel like a fish out of water, you'll feel all awkward. It always happens. So you come to your horse, approach, which he would, most horses are not approached to be caught on the right hand side, but you've had to come and approach on the right hand side because you've done your halter that way. So halter on the right hand side. You will feel like I say, it will feel awkward, but stick with it. And
Just go slowly on the knot.
Eventually, yeah, there's the knot. Round the back, just like on the left, and through,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And that's it. So, because that's done up on the right, approach to the right, put the halter on the right, now I'll flex him to the right. So already, I've done things that I wouldn't have done if I was on the left, which is the usual way everyone does it. So, that's lovely. So, next I would lead on the right hand side. I lead slightly behind me, and there you'll find a lot of your horses will not want to lead this side like this. They will want to come around here. So that's promoted that. Now, take the rug off. Obviously, you'll be this side. Take the rug off. You will have to go the other side to click the connectors. Come back round. Start putting the rug on and off from this side. From this side. Put the saddle on, saddle pad, saddle from this side. So you start spending more time. You'll naturally, as you get used to this side halter.
But obviously you've got to get your horse used to doing these things before you
Yes,
start throwing.
You might be a little bit surprised when you
Yeah.
put that rug on this side.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that will even cement the need for getting a horse balanced. Do as much on each side. Now, if you start doing that, now I'm not going to say to people get on this side. My knee's bloody terrible. I used to be able to get on this side. I don't now. So, you know, siding up, I still do that side, getting on and off that side. So I wouldn't say to anybody, keep yourself safe, don't do that. But what else can I do to help the eye problem? Even if this is not really, you know, it will definitely improve the balance, without a doubt. It will improve the balance. But there's something else you can do, guys. You can make sure that you go through a period of lunging your horse with you in the original eye that we used. Lots of lunging to the left and lots of rest on the right. So I think I've gone through quite a bit there, haven't I, Tanya?
I think so.
There's other factors with the eyes, but I think that might help a lot of people be aware now. And some people might say, oh yeah, that might be why so-and-so is happening. So that's it. I think you wanted to mention the demo, didn't you?
Oh yes.
Our
Demo.
first demo. We're only doing 2 or 3 demos this year
In the UK.
In the UK, so it'll be 3 totally different parts of the country.
And one
So
ranch
if you-
day.
One ranch day.
Right, so I'll just mention it now. So we've got Barleylands Essex is on Saturday the 16th of March. Sold quite a lot of tickets, so if you're interested, please message me.
Yeah.
And we're doing one ranch day, which is on the 22nd of June, which is at our house here, and then you have lunch and everything else. And again, message me for that. We haven't actually officially advertised
No,
that
we
yet,
haven't advertised
but a lot of people that come last year rebook.
Yeah.
So I've sold a lot of tickets for that, and we are obviously, we have it at home. We are limited
Yeah.
on, you know, how many.
Well, I think that's it then, guys. So, like, share.
We do read all the comments. We can't reply to all of them, but we love reading the
Yeah,
comments.
and don't forget there's our subscription site as well, where it's kind of, you know, we do a lot around here. You know, there's a lot more footage goes on.
Charlotte does her own videos on there as
Charlotte's
well.
got her shenanigans.
Charlotte Shenanigans.
That's on the subscription site. Take a look at it, guys. I think you'll love it. So that's it, guys. Happy trails, and see you soon again.
Bye, guys.